out to Pizza Hut. Love Pizza Hut.
I miss the old days when there was the buffet at lunch with the salad bar.
Okay, well, there might be.
This week on The Landline, we're sitting down with Chelsea Rice. She is the president and co-founder of Hangry Brands, the company that owns some of your favorite restaurants and bars like Steak in Tremont, Dracy's downtown, and Jolene's. If you love good food or maybe just need a good laugh with your girlfriends, this episode is for you. Tell me a little bit about how you got into food, hospitality, because I feel like in order to make something your job like this, you gotta love the thing that you're selling.
Well, without taking you down a very
memory lane.
Yeah, right. I'm not going to date
Give us a
myself
little dose.
here,
A little
but
dose.
many moons ago, my mom was actually working in a law firm downtown Cleveland, and she decided to follow her dream, and that was opening up her own restaurant. So, we moved our little belongings to a small town in southern Ohio, right on the border where Kentucky meets West Virginia. Called Portsmouth, Ohio, and we started our own family restaurant, soul food. It was called KDLC's, and my very first lesson in entrepreneurship was being 6 or 7 years old, working the candy counter and selling candy to my friends in my own family restaurant. So,
okay, cool.
Needless to say, my roots in hospitality started very, very young.
Yeah,
selling sodas and candies to my friends. With that, I learned very quickly that, people really like what you got, especially when you can cut them a good deal. Mm-hmm. Why not? As I kind of went through high school, my mother and I started a private chefing business together where we would cater for the families of the town. People who don't know how to cook, but they want to put on a good party, but they also want to make it seem like they did all the cooking. Me and Mom said, no worries. We're going to come in and we'll take care of everything. We'll even use your dishes.
Oh, wow.
We'll make it. We'll set the table for you. And that was KNC Delights, our next brand that we decided to do. But Portsmouth's a very small town.
Yeah.
Love the people. It's a great place to raise kids. But when you're becoming a young adult, you're coming into your womanhood, you kind of just want to escape. And so I decided to come back to my hometown of Cleveland. And since then I've just been all over the map of Cleveland of sorts. I've been in the Heights, working that Coventry area.
Yeah.
Amazing back in its hey, just like the sparkle of Cleveland and how that looks. I worked downtown. I worked in Ohio City. And then I made my way out to the burbs to do something very corporate, very commercial.
Okay.
Before coming downtown and starting this venture with my partner, Jason, whom I've known for, again, not trying to date myself, about 20 years. So, just taking a chance on myself and knowing that, I might not have everything figured out, but I think what's important, I've mastered that.
Yeah.
As far as, always being willing to grow and learn and teach myself new skills every day. I think I know what matters to people. I know how to value a person's dollar, time, and attention. Mm-hmm. And I think I'm really, really good at helping set a memory and create a moment, and knowing that when people come out to your spaces and they spend the money and they make and choose your establishment for their special occasion, that more than likely, if it's a graduation, a celebration, even if you're going after a funeral, that's a one-time thing. That moment's got to be right. You've got to treat that person with care. And if they are being celebratory, you have to make it memorable so that they go out and tell a million people about, the amazing Ferris wheel that is at stake, or the ice shot that they threw at Jolene's, or how they got to burn the money at society. So, and that's where we are today. So.
Yeah. I want to go back a little bit to you talking about taking a chance on yourself, because I think a lot of times we want to take that shot. We have these big ideas. We have these great ideas, but then we're scared.
Yeah.
Or we don't know where to start. What pushed you to say, okay, I got to do this?
I think it happened during the pandemic, as a lot of people decided to make changes for themselves. I think when I started out on this path, I went through the hospitality program at Tri-C. So I always knew that food and hospitality was for me. But I was always just really great at doing it for other people and not necessarily believing that I had the ability to do what I'm doing now. For many other reasons of, women that have come long before me, women in general, women of color in general, you sometimes, you buy into what society has told you. It's like, well, maybe other people, but not you. You'll always work for someone. You'll always be in addition to somebody else's big corporation.
Yeah.
But, it was just one honestly really terrible day at work. I was very happy and fulfilled in my previous position. I had great tenure. I was rising through the ranks, and I was probably at that spot. I've been there for 13 years. It's really coming in my own and getting what I wanted and asserting myself. But it definitely just started to feel stale and just, I wasn't as checked in. I was still showing up every day, giving 100%. It didn't feel authentic. I didn't feel like I was creating anything special.
Yeah.
And, my partner gave me a call, and it was on the worst day possible. I was actually standing inside of a dumpster. That's a whole different discussion.
Okay.
But
let's circle back on that.
The things restaurant managers do. I want to point that out, that sometimes you got to be a jack of all trades. And on this particular day, I happened to be standing on top of the inside of a dumpster. And I just said, yeah, I could be doing this for me. I'd still be doing it at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But I'm doing it for my dream, for my family, for generations to come after me. And at the end of the day, I prescribe to life being about choices, being brave enough to make that choice, and knowing that there will always be another choice that you can make after that. Maybe I quit my job, leave behind everything I know, start new, and I fail. And does that make me a different person? It doesn't. It's a choice that I made, and what do you do in the next step?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go in to this endeavor knowing that most people aren't successful. And I can give it a try, and that will also be more than most people are willing to do. But if I apply what I know, and that's belief in myself and the skill set that I've attained, how can I go wrong, right? And if I do go wrong, there will always be another choice to make of how I bounce back. Before that pizza came to fruition, we were using this then Stone Fruit coffee shop as an office, and just kind of conceptualizing the look, the feel of Geraci's. And, those baristas looked at us one day and said, yeah, our coffee shop is closing. And kind of out of a self-need, Jason and I looked at each other and said, where are we going to do this work now? But also, there's opportunities abound.
Yeah.
And so we decided, baristas, if you stay and you do this with us, then maybe this coffee shop becomes our first and, unexpected location. That's how Lionheart started.
That's insane.
Yeah. We were just like,
I kind of don't want to work anywhere else. I
down
like
the
this
hall.
vibe.
Right. It's down the hall. It's so convenient. You just keep the vibes going, right? So that's how coffee started. Pizza came along. I think it was that first summer. I'm getting older now, so, everything's hazy. But the Yard on 3rd was already alive and well in Willoughby.
Yeah. I'm really glad they have that space.
So good. I mean, if you like summertime outdoor vibes and you have a dog and you want some place where you can drink with your dog, get some
drink out of a sand bucket?
Yeah.
Hello?
Come on now. Yes. Drink out of a grill. Yeah. We have exciting things planned for this summer.
I'm so excited.
That concept was already alive and well, not part of what we were doing. We had a little conversation to make it part of what we do.
Yeah.
Then, one of our partners, Terry Francona, he loves steak. At the time, he was the manager for the Guardians. He lived around the corner on East 4th. Italian guy, hence the pizza. And, we started looking at each other and kind of going back and forth about this steakhouse concept. But then, Jason and I just said, if we're doing this, what are we doing? Are we creating a restaurant group? Is this what we do now? And we, fill the need, put our unique sparkle on a space and operate these boutique concepts. So they're just one-offs. Let's not repeat anything. Let's just keep recreating. And maybe that's what we do. So then, we started Steak, and shortly before we even opened the doors at Steak, we had already started planning, what could be the honky tonk and what that would look like and feel like. And so on the way to the honky tonk, something like Society Speakeasy comes, and yeah, that's what you do now. Now you're a hospitality group. Now you have this mothership that feeds all the little baby birds.
When did you know, oh, I'm onto something?
I definitely think it was with us opening Steak in Tremont where I said, wow, we have really turned a corner here. We're next level. We brought in Julia LaCastro, another amazing partner, now our Vice President of Operations. She's like the mother of Steak. I was in steakhouses previously in my tenure, but she just added such a glamour onto Steak. Her and Jason's creativity, to the look and feel when you enter the building, from the music, the vibe, the whole presentation of like starting out with that amazing beef tallow popcorn.
Yeah.
And just, when you cut the steak with the cleaver, those things, like those nuances, just to see people's reaction to that.
Yeah.
Incredible. The very first day, actually, that we opened Steak, it was when that tornado actually came through Northeast Ohio. We had opened the doors. First 10 minutes, we're all excited. Our first table comes in, group of gentlemen, they sit down, they order a golden tomahawk. So you can get any of your steaks covered in gold at Steak. And sometimes we throw crazy ideas at the wall. This one wasn't the craziest, but I definitely thought to myself, let's see how this one goes over. Very first table, they order the golden tomahawk, and then the lights go out. The weather, it was terrible outside, and we already knew that was going to impact our grand opening, but there was the hope that, people would come out to see. Lights went out. We didn't get to reopen for another 2 days after that. But since then, it's been a rocket ship, an incredible ride. We've been able to provide so many experiences and be a part of so many celebrations, birthday dinners, anniversaries, business meetings, wine tastings. Like, Steak really definitely put us on the map. People started paying attention to what we do, and I think that's when I knew it was working. In addition to that, all of our spaces have their own owner-operators. So it gives me the ability to stretch my reach. Every space is overlooked and very well cared for. And it creates a network of people who are talented, motivated individuals and entrepreneurs in their own rights. And, you just keep going. Like, do you stop? No, you continue to look for more places to fill a need, or to, in the case of, Edison's, where you might be saving a brand for coming some of those. Yeah. Nobody's been out to Edison's in Tremont. It's the same time, the second time that I've talked about Edison's. Just love Edison's.
Yeah.
Nights at Edison's, incredible. But there were other groups that were, going to come in and turn that into a completely different concept. So that is part of the DNA of Hangry, to say, like, what can we save for our own personal nostalgia and also for the city of Cleveland and surrounding. And then you have restaurant group, and that's how it works. So I think one of the things that happened organically when I took a leap for Hangry, I was thinking about one concept, a pizza shop. My focus all on that. Yeah. And, not knowing what I thought, I'm going to be making pizza for the rest of my life. Is this what I want to do? I love pizza, by the way. It's my favorite thing to eat. I could probably eat it every day. That's because I grew up 5 houses from a Pizza Hut. And
shout out to Pizza Hut.
I smelled pizza every single. Shout out to Pizza Hut. Love Pizza Hut.
I miss the old days when there was the buffet at lunch with the salad bar.
Okay, well, there might be. I don't know. I don't want to say too much. I would love to have a pizza place with a buffet. It would be a dream.
We need it.
I don't know.
I'm coming.
We'll think about it.
I was looking on your website. You have like 4 other projects.
Yes, I know. That's
kind of wild, especially like just with the state of Cleveland right now, you keep seeing people saying, oh, we're closing, we're not doing this anymore.
Yeah.
And to see you guys saying, no, we're believing in Cleveland. They're going to show up for us. We're actually going to give you more things, more concepts. Not even things that we're saving. These are things that we're birthing.
Building. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Cleveland.
You said it, not me. Yes, you're welcome, Cleveland. I think it's important. It saddens me to hear about closures every day of places that have done this through the thick, through the thin, through the pandemic and back again, and how they're not able to survive. Sometimes it's, the owners of those spaces just aging out and not having another generation to pass it on to. I think that's a lot of the times what happens in this industry is that you work so hard as a restaurant operator, manager. You have kids and you just want better for them. Then, you want them to follow their own creative path to do something. And then what happens to your business after that? And I'm happy to say that regardless of the economy and what that landscape looks like for hospitality in Cleveland, we look to other notable groups in real estate. They're still building, they're still putting in amphitheaters. They're still building the Cosm. They're still investing in the residents downtown. Eventually, maybe not today, but in the future, this will bring more people to downtown. And those people won't come unless there's something for them to enrich their lives off of.
Yeah.
I remember when the Reserve Square building was new and it was like, okay, there's going to be a gym. There's going to be a supermarket on site. There's going to be all these amenities around you, and how enticing that was for people to come to that space. And I look forward to today and I see all of the residents that they're putting up downtown, and that will make downtown I don't know what the proper terminology is for the citizens of a downtown community, but it is its own neighborhood in its own right. They'll need a little pizzeria to hang out at after work, and with the new projects, it's expanding on what we've already done. Okay, so if Jolene's, and I'm not saying it's the coolest thing on the block, but maybe if Jolene's is pretty cool, right? People are going to come for the cool. But we want them to stay. We want them to stay on the street in East Fourth proper. We want them to go to the next thing at Corner Alley and, hang out for late night bowling. And then we want them to hop down to Society for the last nightcap drink. But that's also going to get stale. People want a new experience. So you have to keep building new things. So one of the newest projects that we have coming later on this year is the Dugout, an outdoor park, family-friendly park, right there on East 4th. Right behind Flannery's. That's going to be great. It's going to have an ice cream concept, also a bar concept, but just a place to kind of gather your thoughts in the middle of the day, go to East 4th, hang out, read a book in the sunshine. Right? We have Paper Tiger coming to Tremont. So filling a need. Epic American Chinese food. That is the need.
Yeah. There has been so many times that I've Googled Chinese food in that area, and it's so far away.
It's so far away. Or your next best option is Panda Express.
Yeah,
But it's
it hits sometimes.
Hearty.
I'm no shade to Panda Express. I just want to put that no shade to Panda Express.
Never shade. Never shade. We've all been there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that Tremont's always been a very family-friendly place. That's another thing that, Hangry is really proud of and happy to tell people that, children are welcome in all of our spaces from the coffee shop on down, including Jolene's, where kids are welcome. They actually eat free all day until 8 p.m.
What?
I know. So, well, it's not a secret. We tell people. Not a secret. They don't think about us in that way.
No, yeah.
Steak in Tremont, one of the few places that actually has a kids menu. Everything we do is for the kids, so that, mom and dad can be cool and enjoy a cocktail, and also little Bobby, little Susie. They can be taken care of too.
Yeah.
So the Dugout works for families as well.
Nice.
Paper Tiger will be Epic American Chinese. You can go in, Chinese are all about takeout too. So there's that. Lionheart Reserve coming to Playhouse Square.
Ooh.
The musings around the Author Sect in Playhouse Square. They're very excited for coffee to
Yeah.
be back in that space. And also Forbidden Tiki, just, something new for everybody. We're just thinking about all of the ways that we can make this city an incredible stop for visitors, travelers,
Yeah.
coming to see all the other great things. We have an incredible arts district. We have an incredible theater district. It's the home of rock and roll.
Yeah.
And the food scene is out of this world.
It's out of this world. I think that's the biggest thing people don't understand until they come here. I tell people all the time, they're like, why did you want to move to Cleveland? Like, you want to go back there? Because I left and came back. And I was like, yeah, the food is amazing.
The food is
and
amazing.
It's not even that you're getting like Americanized things. Like you're able to go straight to the source, straight to the people. This is my culture. Let me show you my love by cooking for you.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be out of this world.
Out of this world.
Every
You can
time.
do so many things in this city. You can catch a game. You can, rock and roll history. And then when you're feeling particularly free, you can hit an island. Yeah, that's right. I said it. You can hit an island,
Yeah.
Put in Bay. Not for the faint at heart, but it's still there.
It is still there. It is still there.
Music scene, 10 out of 10.
I actually have not been there yet.
To
Put in Bay. Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to say you're not missing anything.
I don't
There's
want. I'm
lot
like
to
a little
see,
nervous.
to take in with your eyeballs. Right?
Yeah, there's maybe it's a people watching kind of activity.
Sure.
Yeah.
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 I mean, here's what I know. You can put your car on the ferry. You can take it across the lake. Scary. Yes.
Yeah.
But then you get there, and little golf carts going all around, little bars where you can put your feet in the sand. Just as long as you stay out of the lazy rivers, I think
Okay.
it's okay. There's
Okay.
golfing. There's wineries there. There's lots
Oh.
to see. I'm not going to talk about Put in Bay, but maybe I am.
Maybe just a little bit.
Maybe I
just
did
a
just a
tad.
little bit.
You gave a little shout out.
Yeah. all
We're
these
shouting
things.
everybody out. Shouting out Pizza Hut,
Pizza Hut. Yeah.
Panda Express. You're like, I talked to a restaurant owner and we did talk about the chains today.
Yeah, oh, okay.
That's
Yes.
kind of crazy.
That is.
Usually I talk to people who are like big foodies and they like will not mention the chains. They're like, mm-mm.
You can't take yourself that seriously, I feel like. It's a part of everyday life. Tell me you haven't been so busy that you hit the Chipotle line. Like, who's not hitting the Chipotle
Who's not doing
line?
it?
I mean, there are people not doing it. But I will say, for the average, Clevelander, it's not too far off the map
Yeah.
to say that people can relate to making that quick grab when, the workday's just been too long. When I think about my business, I like it to be faceless because sometimes that fits its own little pocket of, yeah. But there is an incredible team of women behind the scenes. And when you think about all the things that have been nostalgic to you in your life, even from, Christmas on down,
Yeah.
that was your parents putting together those experiences for you. Mostly mom. I think.
Mostly mom. Yeah.
So with this incredible team of women, that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Putting together these spaces, and maybe that's why people like us so much. I sure hope so.
Tell me a story about the last time you went to a restaurant and you were like, ooh.
Oh.
What do you think? What was wrong? What is a common thing that people do wrong? You're sitting there and you're like, and this is why. This is why we do what we do.
Yeah.
This is why I push this so much.
Well, okay. So I won't name the restaurant.
No, we don't need a
of course.
name.
We're not
No
gonna
names,
do
no
that.
names, no names.
But I will say it was a holiday. What holiday was that? Was it Christmas Eve? Was it New Year's Eve? Maybe it was Christmas Eve. It was one of those days.
Okay.
It was recent. And I went into this establishment, and there weren't that many people in there. And I said, oh, cool. I was just so happy that they were open.
Yeah.
Because, so many places are not. I knew that whatever happens on a holiday, be it May, it's a very turbulent time for our industry. There's call-offs, there's people visiting with their family, and then there's the bottle flu. But I thought, they're open. That's a good sign. People are in there. They don't look,
Mad.
I'm going to go in there.
Yeah.
And I sat at the bar where I could be seen. And I'm pretty sure the bartender made eye contact with me a number of times over, a 20-minute period. And I thought to myself, maybe I should just go. But I held out because I said,
Yeah.
You've been there. You understand that it can, there could be an entire bomb going off behind the scenes. You have no idea. And the couple sitting next to me, they seemed good, that, nothing had really gone wrong. I said, okay, well, I'm going to give it up to staffing. I try to visit all restaurants that I go into as just a patron. Sometimes you got to leave your hat at home. It's always on.
Yeah.
Beamers are always up, but just go and enjoy yourself. But as, the food came out over there, I just looked at it and I could immediately look at those faces of the people receiving it. And I knew that it didn't look like their food normally looked. And I just said, yeah, this is why, because I see what's happening around me. I'm willing to, to be kind, but at the same time, there were so many avoidable things that I think in that situation. I always take it as a lesson to let it fuel me to go back and put some sort of training procedure in place so that this experience doesn't happen in one of our establishments, knowing that we can't be perfect 100% of the time.
For sure.
The goal should be to be perfect 100% of the time, knowing that you're going to fall short. So if you shoot for 100% of the time, you come out pretty well.
It seems like consistency was something that sparked you, because you're like, oh, this isn't how it usually is.
Yeah.
And then also just being acknowledged.
I did it to myself, right? You're sitting there, you're looking around.
Hey.
You're just holding out hope. But at the end of the day, you already knew before you came here what was going to happen. You just gave them a chance. So,
but that can happen not even on a holiday, though. I feel like I've been places and been sitting there and no one's looked at me. And I'm like, okay.
Right. I mean, that's part of it. We want you to feel warmly welcome as soon as you hit the door. That's part of it. Did anybody see me? Do they know that I'm here? Especially when you're dining alone, which I don't have any problems dining alone.
I love dining alone.
It feels like a real treat, right?
It does.
I'm going to treat myself.
Yeah.
I'm going to take myself. I'm going to get this because, you know what?
Because I want it.
Right.
And I'm going to sit there and I'm going to get my refills on my drinks. I'm not going to take it home. I might even bring a book.
Confident in myself.
I'm confident in myself. I feel bad when people look at me and they think I'm sad.
What is that?
I don't know why I would be sad here.
I'm not lonely.
Yeah.
Right?
Also, if I was sad, I wouldn't be here. I would be at home if I was sad.
Right.
Not sitting in this
public sad.
In a busy restaurant by themselves sad.
It almost seems like you're putting a spotlight on yourself. If that's how you feel. You could have just stayed away. So if I'm out in public and I'm alone, I'm probably very happy to be
I'm having a great time. Life is good. I'm treating myself.
I am getting all the things that my friend, nothing to the vegetarians. When I take my friend out, my bestie Caitlin, she is vegetarian, and so I try to pick things that she likes that I eat. But now I'm alone. I can pick whatever I want, right? I do love a good solo dining experience.
It's fun.
Yeah.
People should try it. If you're listening to this and you haven't eaten by yourself, try it. If you're a little too scared, maybe go to the movies by yourself first. I love that as well.
Ooh,
I have a great time in the movies by myself. Especially if you can go in the middle of the day on a Tuesday. It's almost like you're at your own house with a big screen.
Okay, well, I have to ask you, are you bringing in your own snacks?
Oh. It's yeah.
I mean, maybe.
I am. The last time, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed.
No, don't.
No,
okay, I'll be right with you on that train.
Yeah.
There are Junior Mints in my pocket. If I'm bringing my own Junior Mints, I'm just, and maybe, I don't know. Maybe, you never know.
I will say, okay, one of my favorite times I went to the movies by myself, it was recent.
Okay.
I went to go see... I'm proud of it. Went to go see Stitch, Lilo and Stitch, the new one when it came out.
Yes.
Before that, I did hit up Five Guys.
Yes.
I put a burger in a Ziploc bag from home and the fries in another Ziploc bag. Put it in my purse. Brought a little blanket.
Yes.
I did get a blue smoothie.
Okay.
I mean slushie.
Yeah.
From the concession.
Yes.
I did give them a little money. You know.
I mean,
a little donation, a little dent. And then I took myself to my seat, sat next to like a 5-year-old, and she was like, Mom, she has a burger. I want one. And I was like, ah.
Okay.
We don't need to do that, kid. We don't need to do that.
I'm telling you, this sounds like the perfect. Okay. 1, kudos to you for the blanket. I too take a movie blanket. It's cold in
It's
there.
cold.
It's cold.
Why?
The Five Guys, I'm here for it. Okay, when I said maybe a little something else, I mean, is that me with the takeout Chinese? Is that me with my own homemade cooked popcorn? Maybe.
Whoa!
Maybe. I mean, maybe. But yeah, no shade here.
No.
Enjoy yourself.
And
don't take yourself too seriously. Go to that movie.
Yeah.
Pack your own snacks. Get the icy.
Get the icy.
Yeah.
Get a little Skittle.
Yeah. Oh. Red bag, purple bag.
Ooh, depends on my vibe, my mood that day. Okay. You know, I'm not a huge fan of sour Skittles.
Same.
Actually, sour candy. I will say, I just got into like Fruit Riot, the like frozen fruit that's covered in like sour stuff.
Ooh.
It's really good. Not good for you, but it's really good. My dietitian was like, I was like, I only had 3.
It's a choice. It's a choice.
No, it's
Moderation is everything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Want to switch gears a little bit and make sure we talk about any of the challenges that you've faced, whether that's being in this industry, being a woman of color. Is there anything that you've done that you're like, this could only happen because of this?
Because of being a woman of color?
Or just a woman in general.
Well, I feel like the experience that we've been able to create, they've come out of the minds of so many women looking at it with a Cleveland filter, but also like, what do we like?
Yeah.
Typically, women are more apt to spend more money on a great experience, to not only have incredible pictures for the gram, but to create those memories, right? And I think being a woman of color, seeing, my upbringing, my mom, and how she navigated the waters as an entrepreneur when I was younger, and some of the challenges she faced, and just kind of like starting with her dream, and how she'll be the first one to tell you she learned a lot the hard way, right? Having an incredible network of professionals, also being women, is key to our success. My personal growth, as a person of color, there are things in our industry, my industry, that I see. And a part of me making the leap to do this for myself was to hopefully, even if in just the 4 walls of my own restaurant, to be able to right some of those wrongs. I think a lot of the times the people that look like myself and yourself, they're not really seen in our industry. A lot of them are in the heart of the house or in the kitchen, so to speak. And finding talented front of the house professionals and having a face like mine, yours, be the first face that greets you is rare in our industry, at least for my personal experience. But oftentimes, no matter the background of the kitchen person, they're always like working the hardest, but making not as much money. So just thinking together as a think tank of women, of people of color, like how can we enrich this and turn what has been a very lucrative career for me, just and very enriching career for myself, to let other people who look like me know, like, it's not all bad over here. Like, you can decide, you can change the game. You can also create experiences and destinations for people that also look like you, and change the narrative on our industry as people of color, and the power of women, because the hospitality industry isn't women dominated. It's actually a male dominated industry.
Which is kind of insane when you think about it.
If you think back.
I'm like, hospitality, men?
Right? Right? Oh my goodness. I mean, yes, basically that. So challenges, there will always be challenges for people to not recognize me as as the point person on site. I've had many people just walk by me and find any other face but mine.
Yeah.
It's only to be redirected back to me. That reflects on that person.
Yeah.
And never on me. I'm just here, warm and welcoming, and your own personal thoughts took you to that place. I don't let it bother me, and hopefully it gives that person time to reflect on why they decided to pass up the solution to their problem. You'll always have that. Keeping an open mind that people of all backgrounds want to be treated well. They want to be acknowledged. They want to have their dollar be valued.
Yeah.
And they want to be respected. It's a universal concept, but being able to especially create those experiences for people that look like me was part of it. And now there's a bigger picture as well.
Yeah. I even with what I do, I like to think sometimes I'm like, wow, my ancestors had no idea. Like, I think about them working in kitchens and working to grow the food that would one day be in restaurants, wanting to be inside of a restaurant, not being able to, wanting to sit in a certain place at a restaurant. And then if they could even know, like, Chelsea's going to own this place one day.
Right? Like, oh,
how
my gosh.
crazy is that?
Insane to think that both you and I are our ancestors' wildest dreams.
This is one of my favorite parts of the pod as we wrap up. I like to say it's called Cleveland Hot Takes. Ooh, this has to be different for you because you own so many restaurants here. So you can't name your restaurants or your businesses.
Okay.
But I like to start with your favorite place to eat in the city. It could be Northeast Ohio, like in general, or just Cleveland.
Yeah.
But like, you want something really good to eat or really good service, or it's your birthday, or you just like did something great at work. I want to treat myself. I'm going to.
Yeah. Okay.
And it can't be one of yours.
And it can't be one of mine, right? Because actually, I try to, when I'm celebrating or I'm dining with someone, try to stay away from my, because it's like I'm going to work and they're going to dinner and I'm going to work.
Because then you find yourself working. You're sitting there and you're like,
looking around and looking at stuff and I'm not fully engaged. So I do try to not do that. Man, oh man, my favorite place to eat. Honestly, I'm a neighborhood girly.
Okay, yeah.
And sometimes your neighborhood spot is just the best place to be. So I love a good breakfast. So if we're talking breakfast and just like the act of having breakfast is indulgent for me. Original Pancake House, love that. Not IHOP, the original Pancake House.
You're like.
And then there's this amazing pub up the street from my house called Bonnie's. Love Bonnie's.
Okay.
Like, they're open 365 days a year. Late night food till 2 a.m.
Wow.
It works for my schedule. And when I do get a chance to just like spend some me time, when I'm going to dine out alone and have myself a beer and, some fried green beans, a great wrap, it's at Bonnie's.
I love that. Shout out to Bonnie's.
Yeah.
And the original Pancake House. I love how you were like, not IHOP.
Not IHOP.
That's not what I'm saying.
I mean, oh man, the bacon pancakes are in itself like just
that sounds good.
I love. So
yes. Yeah. Okay. Where do you like to take people that come to the city to like to visit? So they're not from here. Maybe they've been here once, maybe twice, but you're like, this is one of our gems. You got to see this.
Okay. I need to think. Where do I take the peoples? When people come in from out of town, I like to keep them active. I like to like do an activity with them. And I'm always constantly searching about what's happening in the area at the time. I love a good. It sounds so silly. I love a good view.
Yeah.
Right?
That's important.
I'd like to take people for cocktails at Pier W or Bar 32 because it has an incredible view of the city. Man, that's a tough one. I don't know why I can't pinpoint exactly where I take the people.
My thing is West Side Market.
West Side Market.
You gotta go.
Yeah.
It feels just so like it's pretty. The food's cool. Being able to
Agreed.
walk to each of the booths and like see the raw meats, see the cooked
Yeah.
meats, see the teas, and try a little dip with bread, the oils and stuff. Like it's just,
Yes.
it's nice.
And anytime I can shop and eat at the same time through the produce. Like,
Oh,
try my
yeah.
fruit. So good. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Man, I think I need to.
We have to ponder.
I need to ponder. I'm like
Yeah.
immediately thinking of something. I'm like, is that my quintessential go-to place? I don't know. The West Side Market is a good one, though.
Yeah.
For sure. It's on the
Everybody's
list for
always
sure.
like, I just had to mail my parents stuff from the West Side Market to North Carolina because they're so
Yeah.
just in it.
Yeah, there's some dried fruits that they sell. I don't know what stand that is, but the like dried kiwi like out of the market.
That sounds good. I love it there.
Yeah.
This kind of goes with what you do. We've been talking about this whole time, but what do you think Cleveland, the area, needs more of?
What do they need?
If you had all the money, all the
Oh,
choices, all the
gosh.
possibilities, you're like, if this area had this, we'd be set.
You know, what does Cleveland need more of? I think we have amazing bars and restaurants. We have plenty of those. We have immersive experiences coming, so I know that's coming. I think about when I go to other cities, one thing that stands out to me that I wish we had here, it's nothing that I could acquire with all the money. It's just like outdoor live music in passing. Like, I feel like you have to be in the entertainment district, you see the saxophone man, that's about it. Or you see the drummers, but
Yeah.
like you think about other cities where that's everywhere. It's on every corner. There's
Yeah.
talent on every corner. I wish Cleveland had more live, free, walkable music to just like enhance the experience of like being out on the street and enjoying the outdoors.
Yeah. Ooh. I feel
Yeah.
like that's a series Rock and Roll Hall of Fame could like easily do.
I feel like that has legs.
Like a summer series or something.
We try to bring a lot. I mean, Jolene's has live music most nights, and I know that there's a lot of talent out there that's like country based. But I think just being the city of rock and roll, like there's so many different musical genres.
Yeah.
That this city should be full of music at every turn, and I think it should be loud. And I think if you're in the right area, it should go all night. And I think that's something that's missing from our identity that we could probably use more of.
I love that. That was a great response.
Okay.
Oh, we
Okay,
need to
good.
hit up Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I feel it. It came from the heart.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today.
Oh,
This has been
pleasure.
awesome.
It has been awesome.
I've like laughed.
Yeah, we've indulged some secrets. We've shared.
We have.
We've shared. We found some similar traits.
Yeah.
I know that if I see you at the movies, you'll have a blanket and a snack in your bag. You will too know that I also.
Have a blanket
And now we
and a
can
snack. I love it. Thank you so
share.
much.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Landline Podcast. If you enjoyed it, make sure you share it with a friend. Also, stick around. We have a sneak peek for you for next week's episode. We have Unk on the podcast, and he is your favorite food influencer. This one is chicken wing flavored. Why do you smell it like that?
We black. We want to see if it
I know.
smells
Oh,
like
I gotta
chicken.
smell everything before I eat it. But
We want to see if it smells like chicken. Oh yeah, no. You know how we is about our chicken. Okay.
crispy, fried.